Hi everyone. I'm doing this one pre-recorded for everybody since I don't really think I can stream it right now, but I don't really see myself ever doing these kinds of live reactions, but this game is a special one. Anyone who doesn't know, and I know it's not on the channel, Mario RPG, The Legend of the Seven Stars, is not on the channel, but it's one of the first few games that I played. That alongside Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. So when I heard about this, I was stunned. I didn't think this was real. But everyone just started messaging me. Everyone started pinging me. So I had to come and take a look. So this is my first chance to actually take a look and see it, and I wanted to share it with everybody live. I've got some thoughts I wanted to share about this, and I really want to see what this is all about because this means a lot to me that they're actually bringing this back. I'm still a little bit in disbelief. Oh, that's cute. Oh, I love that modded style. The soundtrack sounds great. Oh, I like this already. It's cute. Chains. What is this percent? What? Okay. Oh, Yardovich. Oh, that looks cool. Smilax. Smilax. Oh, those look great, actually. I like those on Valentina and all the glory. I did hear from somebody that they are getting the original composer, what's her name, Yoko Shimamura? I have to double check that. But I did hear that that was confirmed, and that means a lot because it really can't be that. Oh, that's great. Oh, my boy Geno. Oh, that's... Is there anything else? No. So that... Pre-orders begin today, and that's going to release by the end of the year. That's great. I'm actually pretty excited about that. That's, like, I love this start here. Let's start it. And the music sounds great. It looks interesting. A definite glow up. You can see a lot of this stuff. But it certainly looks like they're keeping it to a basic remaster. Hopefully it yeah, the cutscenes with Mallow. Alright. Okay, you got me. I normally don't. I'm curious about this. What is this? What is going on there? What is going on with this percent gauge? I am curious now. But the bosses look great. All the bosses look great. Mega Smilax, Yardovich, Bowyer, there's Mac, Knife Guy, Blue Guy. Don't know. I see they definitely got rid of the jiggle physics on Valentina, but that's a story for a different time. That someone was asking me if they think that if this remake is going to do away with Princess Peach's toy. We'll have to see, and I think that's an interesting question. So because modern day audiences, and you know how sensitive Nintendo is to controversy these days. And I don't think the Bowser and Mario kiss, if you screw up on Marrymore, the Marrymore Chapel minigame, I don't think that's going away. I think that was too funny, and who cares? It was just funny. But I have some opinions about all of this, and honestly, it's just leave that there for a minute. I genuinely think this is going to be a really fun and interesting thing. I'm really excited for this for a variety of reasons. I never owned a Super Nintendo, but I had multiple friends that did. It was the more popular system, and I had 2 or 3 friends that owned this game, so I got a lot of experience with it. I played it and beat it later on an emulator, and I played it on stream, like I said. When this comes out, I will probably play it day one, or as soon as possible after I get it. If this is releasing in 11/17, I would just have to go forward and look, but that seems like a good reason to pick it up. I normally don't pre-order or buy games day one, but I know the pedigree that this kind of a game has, and honestly, this is one of my favorite games. I don't think it's overrated. I don't think it's underrated. I think it is exactly where it needs to be, and it stands near the pinnacle of RPGs on the Super Nintendo. It's great. It's honestly wonderful. The mechanics are tight because they're really simple. It really was designed more like Babby's first RPG, which is not bad, and it's great. It had a great story. It was fun, it was colorful, and it had just the right moments of comedy, the right moments of tension. I mean, the soundtrack is great. And they're bringing the original composer back, so I'm all kinds of excited about that. It's just amazing, though. When you look at it, like right down here, you can see, though, Nintendo SquareEnix. They actually had to get SquareEnix back on this. And that's probably the reason that it took so long to get anything on, because SquareEnix didn't have anything to do with, it didn't want anything to do with Geno. They didn't have any idea what they were going to do with it. So they just kind of ignored it, and everyone was clamoring for it. Everyone was wanting it. You can see a significant difference between this and, say, another product. This Paper Mario. Paper Mario was, in a sense, a very similar idea. It was a very unique, simple, turn-based Mario RPG. But what was the difference? That's the difference. Square had nothing to do with it. So we got Paper Mario multiple times, and some of them were great, some of them were questionable, and a couple of them were not really that great. Because Nintendo had ideas and they kept trying to run with it instead of trying to make it do what they wanted. Instead of trying to make it what the fans wanted and more of the same, Nintendo wanted to do their own thing, and they wanted to keep iterating on it in their own unique ways, and it kind of missed the mark sometimes. But that happens when you take something and you run with it for so long. And that's, in my opinion, that is exactly why the Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars, holds such a warm place in people's hearts, because it hasn't been over-iterated. It hasn't been revisited a million times. But sadly, that's also why, the IP rights, and it's kind of just sad, right? Like, you think about it, and it's like, well, where's Geno? We wanted Geno. We wanted him forever. We wanted more Geno. We wanted him in Smash. He was constantly rated up there, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 in the polls, consistently, and we never saw him. The most that we ever saw out of him was Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. We saw him as a little teaser. Square had no say in that. Maybe they did. Maybe they said, yeah, you can reference him, but we're not going to do anything with him. And then we saw 2 Mii Gunner costumes, and we saw Spirit in Smash Ultimate. And that's it. And it's not until now. How many years later? I don't even know how many years later. It took that long for the corporates to finally get it in their heads that, you know, maybe people really want Geno. And they're in, like, I'll link to this video if I can find it, but Maximilian Dude, the big fighting game guy, he talks about this stuff all the time. He talked about it with Smash Brothers when Sora became a big thing, because you think about the IP rights. How many people have their hands in the pot for Sora, for Kingdom Hearts? That's not just SquareEnix, it's Disney. Everyone has got to okay it. Square and Nintendo had to agree on all that. Like, you talk about corporate development, you talk about IP licensing, it is a yawning void. A big black morass of legalese and pain, and more often than not, the people that care are just the ones that really care about making the money. It takes someone in a position of power who is really willing to stick their neck out and put their clout on the line to make something like that happen. And it's really sad, because the fans are often the ones that get stepped on for it. I am really happy, though, that this is going to come to fruition, and I really think that this has the potential to be something great, because we're getting Mario RPG back. It's been so long, and for the few people out there that really haven't heard of this game, it's something wonderful that really needs to be shared. I really hope they bring this back in all their glory. And the only questions I have, actually the only major question I have, is are they going to be bringing back the Ted Woolsey localization? Or are they going to retranslate it from the original Japanese? That's something that I need an answer to, and I don't think there's a wrong answer, because the Ted Woolsey localization was very good. It was very funny. He did a great job on it. But there's just but that's that's a whole different discussion about localization and translation. Fire Emblem Fates fiasco kind of put a big spotlight on that, because these days we know better. We have too many resources available to us. There's plenty of people that they're bilingual, they speak Japanese, they speak English, that we have easier access to the Japanese versions so we can check these things. We know better. But back then, when we didn't know, it was just fun. And Ted Woolsey was responsible for some of the greats, like Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VI, Mario RPG. Who knows? And honestly, I don't think there's a wrong answer here. But for now, I wanted to see that. I wanted to share this with everybody. Thank you guys all. Hopefully you guys find a little bit of insight in this, because I'm just super excited. And I'm going to be breaking my own rule and buying this day one, because I know how good this game is, and it's gonna be amazing to actually see it in HD on the Switch. And I just gotta know what's going on with those little details. Like, what is that percent gauge? What little details are they gonna hide? Are they gonna add post-game content? Is it gonna be a one-to-one as close as possible? I've gotta see it. And I hope you guys are gonna be there with me to join me when I play it, because I'm absolutely gonna be enjoying it as soon as possible on stream. In the meantime, thank you guys again. I will be back to you guys later with some news, and hopefully if you guys like the content, I don't plan on doing stuff like this very often, but if you guys enjoy the stuff, let me know, and I will definitely start doing things, reactions for videos, or games, or content that I find personal interest in. Yeah, you guys have a great night though. Thanks again.